All right.
This is Acts 14, verse 22, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must, through much tribulation, enter in the kingdom of the Most High.
Right. So first and foremost, we give our praise to the Most High, Paul the Lord.
Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Bahashim Kakwadash.
Let's give our praise to the Most High, name of the Lord begotten Son, name of the Holy Spirit. Give our honors to our teachers, the elders, and apostles, great those who taught us the truth, the truth of sincerity, the supplication. So hopefully next time we come, we shall walk to every house. Right? We come to brothers from the prophets in Babylon camp down there in chapter 4. All right. It's going to be another Saturday camp. Beautiful day today. And through the spirit of prophecy is flowing, man. And the Lord is moving on the earth. All of us about to break loose. We got these big things happening. The CK event. These shootings. Okay, we got that stabbing that happened on that train. All these things are happening, so accumulating up to martial law, Jacob's trouble, all hell breaking loose. All right, civil unrest. Okay, and pretty soon it's not going to be, the same America as we once knew it. Like pretty soon this country's going to go to shit. And we had this guy Eddie Griffin, who is a comedian and an actor. Right, so he's an insider, and he's even saying how that whole thing was what you paid actors. We got FF, okay, false F, okay. We gotta use code words, because these devils turn the video down for us speaking the truth. And that's how you know you're speaking the truth, because if you're speaking the truth, you will be persecuted for it. All right? And that's what's happening on YouTube, all these platforms. So the time we're coming into this is about to get much, much worse. All right? And this time it's going to be very up. Hey, pray, hunker down and get ready for a bumpy road. But this is the part where it gets bumpy. All right? We ain't just going to be out here reading precepts too much longer. We're going to be out here, to bring out so much room to pretty soon. We're all about to, work out your own financial affairs. I got to get this shit back up.
This is the book of Isaiah. Isaiah 29 and verse 21, that make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing of not.
Right, so they make a man an offender for a word. And that's what it's all leading up to, man. This whole CK thing, you can't talk about it now. If you talk about it, they're going to persecute you for losing their jobs for talking about it. You got Jake that's been simple and they mocking this guy online. Yeah, you got Jake that's having protests now, just mocking this guy, trying to antagonize Esau. But that's all according to plan to bring in racial conflict. Okay, there's going to be race war in this country. Right? These Edomites are already in the backwoods doing drills. And they had their target practice. Their pictures is black faces. Okay. They're getting ready to make a move on you, Jake. And the Lord got us warning you through the Spirit, telling you what's coming, and Jake ain't listening. They ain't own little world. Out here, people fucking feel like it's gonna be pretty forever. All hell is about to break loose in this country, man. And you got people like Eddie Griffin and major players are saying this stuff. That's the Lord warning you. The prophets were saying it first. Now you got these celebrities saying it. You know?
They might as well do something, right? But add on to the fact that race wars going up. You got about 3 or 4 jakes that just been wrong in the past week. Okay?
Hours apart.
Hours apart, man. So you see a narrative that's been pushed around. Right? Race war. Nations to fight against each other. This is prophesied to happen in this
Fight back against who? CK wasn't killed by Jake, allegedly killed by, you know what I'm saying? Whoever that guy they put up there. But he wasn't killed by Jake. So how the hell you want to fight back against Jake? Why all of a sudden there's all these lynchings going on at these universities? Because they're really what they're doing is they're sending a message. Y'all mocking our guy that died at the university, we're going to kill y'all out of the university. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is at universities, man. They be having hazing events and shit. Jake being there trying to be the best Toby they can be. Now you hanging from a tree. And this is going to increase. more destiny Jakes is going to increase. That's going to make Jakes start rising up. And before you know it's going to be a clash. All right? Bring it back.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 29, and verse 21, that make a man an offender for a word.
Oh, actually, go over verse.
The book of Isaiah 29, and verse 20, for the terrible one is brought to naught.
The terrible one is brought to naught. Esau's about to get brought to naught, man. He knows that. He knows that. That's why he's about to get ready to start moving so expeditiously. Because he knows his time is short. Scripture says he knows that he has but a short time. He knows his time is short, man. He's about to make war against the saints. He's getting ready to make war against us. And Jake's still out here taking this. It's all good. They about to make war. Listen, this nigga changed the Department of Defense to the Department of War. Trump said Chicago is about to find out why it's called the Department of War. You had another boat that was blowing up, another of those cartel boats that was blowing up. What message they sending there? Before they would have to come over there and, you know, stop the boat, kill everybody else, arrest. Now they just blowing the shit out of the ocean. They're letting you know that any response is going to be war now. Esau is getting back into that Edomite spirit where he's going to pick up that sword. He ain't going back to delegating and negotiating, you know, and really, he ain't going back to his deceit. He from the last, what Elon said, the fuck had it on his video, how somebody said either we fight and be called racist, or we die and be called racist. So they gonna fight, and they don't care about being called racist. Okay? They pretty much say any way they go, they gotta be racist. And they can't figure that out yet because you don't know who your enemy is.
You too caught up in this world. That's why the scripture said, "Not the 2 and 10 and rise to get apart." But Jake didn't want to depart. They too comfortable. You don't see that your enemy's gunning down on your neck right now. He's breathing over your neck, ready to take you. That's why when anything take place that is negative towards the Edomites, they go straight to you, Jakes. And you know why that is?
They take their frustration out on you.
Yeah, they're taking their frustration out because they hate you, man.
We always hate you.
And they know that the war is going to pay them. They're going to pay them for what they've been doing to us.
And Jake is an easy target. You know? Jake is an easy target. It's like if you got a punching bag, you want someone to punch on. They're going to go fucking Jake. You know? And that's not what they always got. You know? So how much more as this country gets worse and worse and deeper into a depression, they will start punching on Jake. Because they know Jake ain't going to retaliate with terrorists. Jake ain't going to retaliate with war.
Preset. Comment board.
It says, for the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed.
And the scorner is consumed. So, hey, the Lord about to consume this man. And he knows that. Scripture says he knows that he has but a short term. Bible shop walk. You read that from? You know he has but a short term. All right? So, and knowing that, he's about to get ready to make a move. Okay? I put a video up last night on my backup channel. The other guy was talking about, he said he got an insider from the Republican Party, Trump's, administration, is saying how they're about to start antagonizing you, Jakes, man. If it's brown, put it down. They say you in the airport, they're gonna start harassing you and shit, and then eventually they're trying to instigate martial law. That's what they want to do. They want to instigate martial law so there's no rules. See, Trump, everything Trump's doing, the court is telling him no. They throwing out different cases and shit they're trying to put up. So what's the best thing he can do now is call a war. Because then with martial law, there is no court system, there is no due process. It's just whatever the president says. So they're trying to provoke a martial law. And they're saying they're going to do this by fucking with you Jakes. The so-called Negroes and Spanish Native Indians, they said the gays too. But whatever, I don't have to know that's
Just a vision.
right. Go ahead.
It says, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off.
Right. And that's what they really want to cut us off. Okay? Their goal is, to chip everybody, but the main goal is getting the Israelites. And most specifically the elect. They know that's what's stopping them from their kingdom continuing on. That there was a remnant that was predestined to be saved. But Esau's mind state is, I gotta kill these niggas. I gotta kill all of them. If I kill all of them, then the Lord gotta choose me. And you're wrong. Okay?
It says that make a man an offender for a word.
So they're gonna make us an offender for a word. And what are we coming out here and doing? We're preaching. We're sharing the words of Yahweh Shem Shah. We're sharing the gospel. They're going to ban the Bible soon, man. And they're going to make us an offender for this word. You're going to be the worst thing in the world for this word. Number C9, the Civic, it started over there in China, allegedly, and somehow, some way, in 2 weeks, it's the blacks and the Hispanics and the Indians' fault. You guys are spreaders, man. What? Jake can't even afford to go to China. How the fuck get over it? How did it get over it? Okay, go ahead.
It says, and lay a snare for him that will prove it in the gate.
Yeah, they land snares, man. So they got agent provocateurs, they got people out there agitating the situation. You know, they're laying snares and traps. I saw a video this morning or last night. I think we were a lesson on it, bro, but it was about FBI. How they got the biggest thing ever. They sent out false NFL tickets to all these people that were wanted. They sent them false NFL tickets, told them they get a free ticket to the game. These motherfuckers showed up, and they had to put them all in the room, and then they ended up running there, and you're arrested. And motherfuckers, if they were getting arrested, they still think, what about the game? You know? So this man, he's perfected traps, man. He'll trap your ass up. And that's what he's doing with Jake. He getting Jake all agitated up, you know? By the way, that guy who got harmed at that university, today they just declared it was a suicide. Every time it's a suicide, he had 2 broken arms and a broken leg. How can you hang yourself with 1 broken leg and a broken arm? And 2 broken arms? Yeah, so you got Colin Kaepernick to pay for a private investigation, a private autopsy, an independent autopsy. Because everybody knows there was some foul play in there. See your face, and then there was another Jake. You tell you, so both of them just found themselves at the same time? Yeah, no. And if every time it's a suicide, the last guy got to the video on that happened too. They said his hands was tied. They found him, his hands were tied. I'm not sure. I think they said they chopped his rod off. So you saw, and they said it was suicide. So you say he chopped his rod off, and tied last hands, hands was tied, and then Uncle Phil? Come on, man. But they're doing this on purpose. They're trying to instigate and antagonize the Israelites.
It says, and turn aside just for they do not.
Yeah, they turn aside to just what they got. They turn aside to just for they got. They act like we ain't more chosen people. That's why you got the small hats talking about that. They the people now. You know? They're all up with shit. Everybody pointing the finger, everybody looking at them sideways, and they're taking stuff down, man. Pretty soon it's gonna be illegal to even talk about it.
They said the biggest threat to the Jews is the blacks in America so far.
Yeah. They said the young blacks in America. The young African Americans and why did they see the young ones? Why did they see the old ones? Because the old ones are still dumb as hell in the churches, man. Yeah, they're still in the churches fucking shaking the tambourine. Okay? So we got a bunch of the young African Americans. The tribe people, man. Yeah. You got brothers that's leaving the churches and coming out and preaching stuff. You got brothers like, we're talking about us.
The young Edomites are waking up.
We're talking about us. And that's what KC was doing. They kept saying how he was radicalizing the youth. He was getting to
Everybody waking up to the bullshit in the East. It's only a matter of time before the young Jakes in America wake up to it and start to realize that we the rightful heirs. Then they're in trouble.
right, because they're fighting over that land right now. They fighting, blowing shit up, and causing a G-side just for that land. When you look at Gaza, bro, like it's a little sliver of land they're trying to get. They're got everything else. So they're fighting for this last sliver of land. Last sliver of land. Right by the water, they're fighting for this last sliver of land, man. And all of that is our land. So they're doing all this genocide and evil for this land, and then they turn around and across the ocean, there's people who the land really belong to come to realize that they don't belong to them. and speaking about it. We talking about it. We vocalize it. And the message is spreading all over the world. The gospel is being preached over the whole world. So that's important to them.
All this is happening for our sake. Controversy is happening. World War III, Israel, we got going on over there in Gaza. It all pertains to us. We like brothers over here declaring this word in the latter days. Which is proof of it. Us declaring ourselves to be the Israelites is proof in itself.
Right.
Because us doing that.
G-side, okay, you killing all these young children, women, old people, okay, blowing up hospitals, daycares, because you want to go on vacation. This is the devil we're talking about. Okay? Who else could it be?
Another reason why they want to get that gospel is because there's they get a scripture that goes through them. And in order to get their sheep and shit, they can make that a major point, they got to get that land. So, in order for them to get more powerful, they want to get that land. And they're not going to stop the But the point is, you see, it's all for monetary and their own selfish gain. So we saw what we was doing was to get ready to up the ante, you know. And then, hey, it was a post that came out. I saw a post yesterday. Well, it's on the other side. But it's pretty much going into how Trump was saying how Netanyahu was effing. I said Netanyahu was effing, meaning they're pretty much stringing the ball and dragging it to the river. You know? They have no control over it. Israel is using America as a human shield as they doing all this shit.
You said it. You said it. You gotta conquer Israel, you gotta conquer America. Dragging them up, releasing them, so all about it. Dragging up the big boys. And once America get involved, China, all their allies are you get on your phone, you can't scroll long enough without passing over videos. So all the people in the world are on edge. This Super Bowl Saturday, nobody knows. Food prices are going up, bills are going up, jobs are letting go of people. We at the end of the last days, man, things are going to get worse. You say beginning of Solomon. You've only begun to be. It's about to be real serious.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea.
So, those that see this truth, see that truth and sincerity, right, like Brother brought out, niggas got caught up in the trap because they was looking for a football game. Okay? Woe be to niggas like that. You too caught up in this world. So you gonna fall for every trap, man. But hey, rejoice you that be in the heavens because you would know connected to the body. So information is constantly being passed down to you. You will always be on the note. You will always be up on the so, right? But you niggas that step in this world, so say woe be to you. Go ahead.
For the devil is come down to you, having great wrath.
The devil, which devil goes into the deceiver. The devil goes into deceiver. The deceiver is coming down to you having great wrath. Here it is, they're picking all the narratives on Jacob. Jacob just killed this woman in the train, on the bus, or whatever. Now, I've seen a post the other day saying this woman was already used as a scene actor, okay, and saying that she was killed in the hospital. So you gotta be real about faith.
Hey, bro, you know what's crazy as hell, too, bro? Is the guy that they use for the CK thing, that guy. Nah, the fucking, what's his name, Tommy Robinson or something like that. I've seen that guy before. I can't put my finger on it, but I've seen that motherfucker before.
Really?
Yeah, he's like, wait a minute, I know that motherfucker.
Straight out of
You
Hollywood.
know what I'm saying? And you know, I think I said, you know, they probably got five of that nigga, five of him all around America that's running around and shit. You went to school with the motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? And the nigga just pop up, you know what I'm saying? You don't tell them what this devil doing behind the scenes, man.
Boy number 8.
Yeah, they showed you that movie with Will Smith. What's that?
Gemini Man.
Gemini Man. You know how they set all them different ones out? I thought that was just entertainment. This devil got some shit behind the scenes, bro. He got some shit in the lab that he ain't even showed you yet. Remember off of They Clone Tyrone? He went into the lab and what he did. He got some shit in the lab, bro.
Like we saw Tony say, you can't stop us.
We're everywhere. We're everywhere. They was underground in the hood. They might be under us right now.
Listening in. Tuning in.
Like Jacob Trevor, I would be surprised if Jacob Trevor you running in that day, and this motherfucker look just like you running right next to your ass. Super soldier. They got our DNA, bro. And not too long ago, bro, I had to go in there and get a fucking, I had to do like, your annual blood checkups and shit. That's important too. Make sure you're doing that shit. You know, we all supposed to be piercing out skin, but hey, you in hell, you in Babylon, bro. Make sure you take care of your body, make sure that your shit is good. So I would do that. They had me come back again to get my results and shit. Hey, you good? Yada, 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 yada. We released my blood. Give me more blood. I thought I was good. Oh, yeah, we gonna get more blood. I'm like, what the fuck is up? I let them get more blood or whatever. I'm thinking, like, what the fuck they want that more blood for, man?
It's like 5 fucking tablets.
Yeah, you already took two vials. They gonna get another vial? You don't even need that much. You know what I'm saying? But I'm thinking about it, and they was all excited and shit. They probably got 15 clones on the side. You know? But shit, they're gonna have people that look like your family members. I had a dream about that, bro. It's Terminators that look like actual people that you knew. It's Terminators that can shape shit. And he was coming down. Like, they gonna have literal people, motherfuckers that sick to just kill you. Their whole purpose is to take you by that mission. Don't persecute you, man. Okay, the time's coming to the Lord by the way at the end of you. And he gonna prove our faith. Say you believe in the Lord? Okay. He go 15 minutes in super soldiers. What you gonna do? No? Who you gonna call upon?
They get them known miles out of the same time. Yeah, straight to the freezer. They saving that, man.
And Esau, what he does is too, that's why you don't do that whole 21 to me shit. Because what he's doing is he's looking for the elected in their DNA. He got the artifacts, he got the scrolls, he knows who. So he wants you to be in it. If you get everybody's DNA, then that's why you put a team in. So he can read your spirit, he can read who you are, he can read your DNA. That's why it was altered in your DNA. Does it make sense now? So this devil, what he gonna do is he gonna get ready to start coming for you in the middle of the war. And he gonna kill anything in his way. No more hope you hurt, kill everything on this world. Just to get the one person he came for.
They say that Sinai, they doing a whole Sinai thing. They say that they're targeting something called the God gene. Okay, so they have plenty of time to go through your blood and look for something like a God gene, which is basically a gene that keeps your integrity.
Right, keeps you connected to the Most High. That's why they put fluoride in your water and shit. They classified your pioneer level, which is like Santa, to the spiritual level. You know, they're trying to dump you down. Okay, and separate you your connection to the Most High. That's why they put pork, drugs, guns, all like the police, and they trying to kill you off. Because once they cut us off from our power, they can cut us off. And the Lord had been working miracle work, back. Okay? You don't need all of this work. All he needs is a small select few. And right. And that's all he's concerned with. And with that, he's gonna build up the whole nation.
So that's what he said, step aside, Moses. Let the God see the revelation. And they killed Jacob. There's nothing from the Lord, so be there.
With one man, how much more money to finish up?
What Esau say, build back better.
And then these women out here are nothing but incubators. You don't leave a lot of these women alive, bro. A lot of these heathen women, a lot of you Jake women gonna fucking die. Your ass gonna know. But a lot of these people, we don't leave them alive so we can snatch their ass up, pop them,
put babies in it. That's all you were created for, bitch, was to be an incubator. Okay? And a help. You weren't created to be a damn lawyer, an attorney, somebody important. Right. It's just dumb. Right. Just land. What's land without the trees and the plants? Land has to be tilled. Yep. All right. That's to be tilled. And that's when we was raising up real milk. Okay, so it's school wise for speaking to the He's saying about the fire board. This is about rulership. The Lord is raising us up for rulership, man. Okay, bring that back, bro.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. He says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them.
Right. That's right.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath.
Right, so that's us. See, our minds think is in the heavens. We thinking about the world to come. You know, so we rejoice as we see this place falling, and we see this man back ready to make us food. We're rejoicing because we know what this means for us. Okay? And but that he is about to come down with great wrath. Go ahead.
He says, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
Right, he knows his time is short. I actually grabbed that what is it? What's that, Joe?
14 days alternative.
Yeah, days of eternity.
Full time.
Yeah. That's why I said. Go ahead, you got something to talk about too?
This book of Job, chapter 14 and 5, and it reads, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee, thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
Bounds that he cannot pass. The number of his days is determined, man. It's already determined that he was going to lose. It was already determined that he was going to lose. He was going to fall out of power. It was already determined that he was going to go into slavery, man. And that's what this is also meaning too. Once this man falls, he's going to slavery. They're going to do anything they can to not have to go into slavery. They're going to fight. And you should expect them to fight. They would be born to kill without a fight. We want you to fight. We want you to fight. Conquer. What is that?
I want you to resist.
I want you to resist. We want you to resist. You know, it's like you might be bad as hell. Listen, we want you to resist. We want you to back up. We want to do all that. But the Lord will turn us on. You know? We can't wait for that. That's what it's about.
Yeah, you completely prepared to carry out the commandment. Lay your niggas down. You want to get a green light? No, it's open. Ain't no questions, ain't no hesitation.
Like Raleigh, bro.
Right. Activate.
When that fucking thing, when that chain came off his neck, and that was spiritual, bro. Because they had like the little shock collar on his neck. And that's really us. Yeah, that's the yoke of iron upon our neck. That destroyed us. So when that shock collar came off, we turned brothers up, bro.
He broke out of his flesh.
Imagine you in the city that day. All you gonna hear is
Echoing.
the rest of gonna echo.
Right.
That shit ain't moving, bro. He's gonna come with a tank and it's gonna all you gonna see that motherfucker flying. You gonna kill it flying over the skyline. Is that a train? You know? Hey, Lord gonna turn brothers up, bro. So do what you gotta do, though. Hey, let's get it over with, man. Let's get it over with, bro. Brothers having dreams and visions, you know? Shoot, we are salivating at the thought of trying. At the thought, okay? Go ahead.
Howard Shah, he's gonna fight. That's why he said they would be afraid, but they yet first fight.
That's Jake, bro. I mean, what the fuck is life without a challenge? So the Lord is raising this man up to bring him down, you know? That's why he gave Esau all this technology too for her to get challenged. Because he said, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. But go ahead and grab that from me, bro. No weapon formed against me shall prosper, man. So whatever they come with, it ain't gonna matter anyways.
Yeah. The Lord gave him all that power. Okay? He gave him all that power to make the movie better. It's Genesis 49 and verse 9. Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he couched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up?
Who shall rouse him up? And that's what's happening. Esau, the Trump, and his administration, they think that they're trying to instigate martial law. Okay, they're trying to antagonize Jake. They're trying to rouse Jake up. That's what they're doing. It says, who shall rouse him up? Who will rouse him up? Esau. And when Jake get roused up, Jake gonna start going wild, man. They gonna start going butt wild crazy. They might be protests right now already today. Some shit might be happening right now as we're recording this video. So they just declared this man's death suicide. So Jake, I just seen a video earlier before we came here. Jake was out there protesting saying FC Curry. There was a bunch of niggas that just walking through town disrespecting C. Curry. Just to, you know, to stir the pot a little bit.
That video, Charleston White. He disrespected CK. Okay. Now they trying to cancel him. But he came out, made another video saying, y'all ain't trying to cancel me when I was making fun of all these niggas that got killed by the police. Y'all don't want to cancel me then, but now I'm talking about one of y'all white boys, now y'all want to cancel me. It was a good video too. I gotta do this one.
Hey, I put a post up on fucking DOJ. I believe they just came out and they did a study and they found out that the most extremist people are Edomites. And then the Trump administration did it.
They wasn't protecting my boy.
Yeah, they did the study. That's why they did the study.
They was gonna publish it.
Yeah, they was gonna publish that shit, yeah. That's white people. Hey, wait a minute, guys. Hey. We fucking took the whole shit down. But that's common sense. How did they get America? Look at what happened with Hiroshima. You think Jake had any kind of power to control that weapon? Right.
How the fuck do you problem?
Right. How we problem?
We keep attacking us.
Who doing all the oil spills in the ocean?
Yeah,
Hey, they said they got an island of trash in the middle of the ocean inside of Texas. Yes, island of trash in the middle of the ocean. Okay, south of Texas. Who the fuck making all that plastic still? Man, what?
I saw a scripture that talked about how they got rid of the trash back then. It was really just burning the trash. Why don't you just burn the trash? You burn it all the time.
You ain't supposed to make, you're not supposed to make plastic in the first place. It's not biodegradable. Meaning it's some lab-made bullshit that Esau made to destroy the earth. And that's what it's doing. It's destroying the earth. Yeah, forever chemicals. Right.
That's why it's an island in Texas. An island inside of Texas full of trash. It's stupid.
in hell, bro. You already know to get up and get things all in the body and shit. It's a miracle we're still alive. Yeah, exactly. We ain't fucking talking to that. But you know how much alien put upon you every single day, or how much alien put on our body every single day. It's a miracle we're all being very stuff.
Mercy of the Lord, and it came against you, you know,
All the mercy all about. And Jake don't reference all about shit on show.
Every place just saying every breath you take is grace from you. That's the Lord's grace from every breath. He said, continue to live. It's going to say by him that all things consist. Everything continues by the Lord's word. Right? Otherwise, you will cease to work together. You would have woken up this morning. Everybody can drop dead the day of the Lord and say, that's enough. The Lord got you to continue to live for what? He wants you to turn towards something repent, man. The time we're coming into is going to get very gruesome. You just walk around here, put your head up your ass, you don't know what you ain't know what to do. You ain't know who to reference, you ain't know who to pray to be delivered. Your children are depending on you, man. Okay? Mother, depending on you. You got all up down because you're so focused on this world. It's not even our world, it's Esau's world, man.
Isaiah chapter 54, verse 17, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. Isaiah 54, verse 17, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper.
I'm going to eat Mike the bitch going to slavery, right? We're going to have her ass
In every
I know you the mic, bro. Alright, so come up. Take mad. I'm eat a mic, bro. Fuck all you mic, bro. Mama eat a mic. She gonna be a slave. You know, right? Yeah, the Lord is used her as a vessel to prove you. That ain't she was discarded.
Yeah, baby.
Lord, on the different love got Jake that same emotion. Jake getting emotional and shit. And they thought, your mama said, I'm fucking, little boy. Look, man, fuck your mama, bro. Okay, what about your own system of fear and trembling, man? So, and the Lord does it. He says, let's fuck up us just like that, so a nigga can't get it. Alright, so a nigga can't get it and end up being the truth. You can't get with this truth, so they all might be damned who believe not the truth. You can't get with this truth, you're fucked. Long story short, it doesn't matter. So don't let your mother who's already asked to get you mad. And then you gotta die at Edomite's death. The winter Edomite ass mother.
The promise was to you, Jake. Go to the fucking Edomites, man. And I understand she may be wrong, but you gotta remember that this vessel used to bring you forth, brother. We are all vessels, so we all belong to the Lord. So you gotta understand that these are supposed to be pleasing the Lord. You can't save them on that. Okay? You can't do is worry about your house.
Yeah, but they can't save you. Your mama can't save you. Nobody can't save you. I'm standing for the Lord. Everybody wants to stand in the hand.
What about my mama? Who? So, what the hell about my all those chairs?
And then he ain't even think about it. When you see them notes, when you see them chairs,
every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment, thou it says, in every tongue, Isaiah 54 and 17, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper.
No weapon that is formed against us is going to it's not going to have any effect. And it's not going to do the purpose it was created to fulfill. And it's not going to prosper. It's going to fail. And it's going to have a defect. Okay? Because what is the job of a gun? To shoot somebody. I always ask people like this. If you were to shoot somebody, it's going to be the whole group and they still standing. The bullets just bounce off, then what do you do? That means that gun did not prosper. That weapon did not prosper. It did you no good. Okay? So it's not going to prosper for us. Well, hey, even with this. It's not going to prosper against the Lord's elect.
And every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment, thou shalt condemn.
They got spirits to cut up, man. Okay? You're not going to be able to speak up against the doctrine and prosper. You know? That's why all these other churches and whatnot, these denominations are living. They all got a problem with rapping against the Hebrew Israelites. It cuts all their bullshit. It exposes all their lies. Okay? And that's why they don't want to, you know, they don't want to talk about this on the news. You ain't gonna have somebody on the news breaking down these pieces like this, how to break it down. Because they know what that's gonna do. They know that's gonna turn on light bulbs and a whole lot of heads. It's like X-Men, you have Charles Xavier. And he's able to look into the minds of all the other people and he sees a light. You know? That's the Israelites. You know, that are wicked. What's that light? You know, you have been a wicked. Which X means unknown. We were unknown because we didn't know who we were. What we were was taken from us. But now the Lord is giving it back to us. Man. And that means we're going to be the next rulers of the world. We're going to be the next ones of power. Okay? The whole world is going to bow down to the Israelite man. Okay? The whole world.
One thing I like in the X-Men series, I believe it was X-Men Origins, but the antagonist of that movie, he told Magneto, he said, why are you fighting for a doomed race who will hunt us when they realize their reign is come to an end?
That's what he said. These are doomed race. And this is what Magneto was talking to Charles Xavier, who was represent MLK. Strong ass nigga that was trying to one with his people, one with these other nations. But he said, why are you fighting one with me with a doomed race? And they want to hunt you anyways when they find out that they're good. That's what Esau's going to do. This is why he said, white man, fight back. They realize what they doing. They said, we gotta fight back, man. You think they're going to go fight fucking Tommy Robinson? He's going to turn around and find a close to him.
Yeah, Charles and Xavier.
Just gonna bring it in. And they doing that already. They talking to niggas. Hey! They put your ass up on the tree. They're putting you up on the tree. That's what's happening to niggas already. A nigga get on this right now, bro. Okay? They're putting a noose around his neck right now. Time we at, man. The Lord told us this time was coming.
Another thing that Charles Xavier said in the X-Men, he told Magneto, he said, why can't you just be the better men? And Magneto said, we already are the better men.
Right.
So we're superior to them in every way. See? But Jake wanted to equal the shit. That's that whole thing in the scheme. Fight for equality. Why don't I want to be equal to somebody else?
I want to be equal to a man. Think about this person now. You gotta pay attention. The antagonizers always the true antagonists. Okay, the so-called bad guys are always really good. Trying to plan to go against evil. It's all over. And the good guys are really the bad guys. It's like dangerous. He's coming to kill, they eliminate half the population. But that's what the war plan did. The nigga was wicked. You gotta God's earth back out. You see these niggas out here? Best thing for me is to go to sleep and never wake up.
And Thanos said, Thanos represent Yahweh Shai. He said, when I erased half life, he said, when I erased half the life in the universe, I thought the other half would thrive. And now I see I have to shred everything to the last atom and rebuild. He said, off of bloodshed, he said, that's what the Lord gonna do. He's gonna come and clean the slate and rebuild. We ain't gonna think about this past world.
Look at the Lord's believing. You can talk about for everything. This is going to really change the earth. It's going to be going through land mass. Okay? It's going to shake it up. The earth is going to change, man. After those missiles come, we're going to come down to a whole new thing. The geographic of the planet is going to change. Okay? And we're going to come out and conquer the rest of the world. You got this one there, bro?
It says back in Isaiah.
Hey, so want me to hold us, Shard,
It says back in the book of Isaiah 54, number down, something says, this is the heritage of the servants.
This is the heritage.
Watch the water. This is the heritage.
The heritage is something passed down. If a king has a son, the son is going to inherit his father's kingdom. Okay, the son is the prince, the prince is going to inherit his father's kingdom. You know what that?
This is the heritage.
This is the inheritance
of the servants of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Shai.
So, the Lord said, so once he get it, we're going to inherit it. You know?
Split it with his brothers.
Break it down.
Break it down. Hey, what Jay say? Bust it down the middle. So 50-50. So the Lord, we have to look forward to, man. And this is why the earth, this is why the world is pointing the finger at the so-called black Hispanic and American men. So they know what the rich is. Like a godly rulership on the earth.
And their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord Yahweh Hashem Shai.
That's why we don't reign and rule the world, because our righteousness is the true righteousness, pure righteousness, because it comes from the heavens. Everybody else, they have their own form of righteousness, and it's wickedness, because they're dealing with demons, they're dealing with idols, they're dealing with false gods. They're not serving the true creator of the Bible. Okay? So what the Lord got to do? He's going to wipe the sin clean, and it's going to look at it. Which that was the way it was set up from the beginning, but ultimately, because we went off, we had to go through this, purifying process.
That's the spirit, because it says it's the heritage. When you go to the book of Jeremiah, it tells you what? It says, thou shalt discontinue from the heritage that he gave us. We have a godly heritage. Something that was passed down from our forefathers that we discontinue from. Now the Lord is giving it back to us.
The water, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, HaKadosh. Where would we be without that? Let's grab this real quick. Let's grab this up. Let's grab this real quick. This is Malachi chapter 3, verse 6. For I am Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, I change not. Therefore, you sons of Jacob are not consumed.
The Lord said he don't change. So that means if the promise is for them, then the promise is for you now. It's for the same people. The Lord ain't changed. The Lord ain't, he is going to graft in the heathen. No, this promise was made for us, man. He said he don't change. That's our promise.
And if that's what you think, then you call the Lord a liar. Right. You got to think for that. All right? You were deceived to think that by your enemies. That's why Jake got to wake up. You still these weak-ass so-called religions. They got you saying things
about to inherit that promise. That's why you're about to receive that inheritance. You're about to receive that inheritance. You know how you gotta imagine your father's a billionaire, trillionaire, you know? And he son, look, this money is for you. I'll put this to the side for you. Not just the money, but all of his businesses, all of his enterprises.
And that's why I'm trying to do that for us here. Because we saw physical problems leave that for them. They didn't come inheritance, stock,
Brokage. I said brokage, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. They're gonna trust fund. They lead them shit. They lead them all companies. Fortune 500 companies and stuff. So why did our fathers leave us anything? Our earthly fathers.
I mean, he's got savings accounts before they come up with news.
They thought of. Savings from my kids. Maybe they don't got no kids there.
He's all trying to steal shit.
Right. But my point is, our earthly fathers, first of all, they don't have shit because they were slaves in the truth. But why does we have it set up that we were our fathers couldn't pass us down anything because we were about to pass us down the greatest thing, everything. From our heavenly Father. And he will bless even us in our Father. On the other side.
Exactly, because no family can be blessed for you. Talking about the first fruits. He's right, they're the first inheritance. They get the taste of that inheritance first. And then you're going to get to pass that down to the first fruits.
This is the book. This is from the brother Napak. He posted the book of Numbers, chapter 35 and 33. It says, "So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it."
So, in order to get the land cleansed, okay, you might show there on land, you don't have to do blood, will have to be shed. So the land can be cleansed and we can inherit the land again, right? Alright, but you shed our blood on our land, now your blood's got to be shed on that land. It's like you grab because you've done these things, but you've forgotten the Lord said, whatsoever you sow, that shall you also reap. You call it karma. Okay, but everything ties back to the scripture, right? This is the book of Revelation 13 and verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. So if you led us in captivity, don't you think that means you don't have to go back into captivity? These elites know this. That's why they keep throwing these secret attacks on us, man. They putting poison in the air, you're watering the food, so that Jake can't wake up. That's why they know that we're the biggest threat to the throne, because we're the rightful heirs to the throne.
That's how they see and they shoot at the perfect. Yeah. And so they constantly attacking us, covertly. And then they want to put in your face and they ask you. So you gotta be deceptive to be a devil about it.
It says, he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. You kill us with the sword, you don't have to also die by the sword. And our sword ain't gonna be power, man. You're gonna kill your ass with spiritual power. You never heard of a spiritual sword? That sword can be anything. I can kill you with 2 planets. Put you between 2 planets and just smoosh you together, man.
And like in anime, they have energy swords.
Vito.
Yeah, it's an energy sword where you can just manifest you can turn your own energy, your own aura into a weapon. That's the first one. The Lord said, with these shall I make a battle axe, a weapon of war. We don't have to physically need actual swords, man. Shit, we can, that's why they show you, y'all been watching that show Baki, bro. Show Baki, they pretty much master turning their bodies into weapons. There was an episode where they had like an egg hanging on the string, and he was just practicing to crack the egg and slice it where it was like a sharp cut. You turning your body into a weapon, man. How much more will the Lord about to do with us? We don't be able to do with our mind. We don't have power to attack you with our minds. Just think about some shit. There was that movie,
I didn't watch the movie, but it was I seen some of it that woman in Deadpool movie. You had a woman in there who had the power to turn a motherfucker's body inside out. Yeah. Yeah, the power to turn a person's body inside out, where your bones, ligaments, and everything is on the outside, and your skin and hair is on the inside. Wow. That's power, bro. Like, turns you inside out. Just by thinking about it. You know? That's what the Lord about the power of the Lord want to give us. And then some.
She had the power to post. She could tell you to do something. She told women to do so, walk into his feet.
Hey, I was watching the movie Gen V last night. And there's a character on there, her name is Kate. Do the same shit. She touched you and she make do whatever she wants. She touched the soldier, she said, "Get your fucking fingers off." She said, and the guy said, "Ah!" You heard him clutch on his own fingers. You had a power that just slam your face to the wall. Yeah. He's feeling it. So she had the power to make him eat his own fingers. Something is more that when we like she could have made him do anything. She said, "Eat your own fingers." And he said, and he was crunching on his fingers. You know, it's a show, but that's gonna be real life. They're gonna put a gun to your head, you got a powder in your mind, tell them to put it to their head. They gonna blow their brains out. That's how Lord gonna be delivering from us, man. Eat it.
A few of them on here. This,
You got it.
this is Matthew from the brother Napak. Matthew 24. So, Matthew 24 verse 12 in the NLT. It says, sin will be rampant everywhere.
Sin gonna be rampant everywhere, which is already happening. You got all these transgressions happening everywhere in the world, huh? Murderings, killings, adultery, lies, stealings, everything, huh? And it's only getting worse. These things are ramping up as people has more need for things, has more need for food, has more need for money. Okay? The sin is just gonna ramp up. Crime's just gonna ramp up. And that's how you know that we're in the last days, because we're coming into perilous times where everybody's just gonna be doing what they will.
Right, and Scripture says the love of many is wax cold. Therefore, iniquity have increased, man. Because the love of iniquity does it increase. Right? There's so much sin going on, it's going to get more and more demonic, more and more demonic. It's going to get worse and worse. So something has to come to an end. Someone decided has to come to an end, man. That's what we're got to do.
We gotta see that. See how many first once that happen?
They're saying that this country is never going to be the same after the CK death. So they're about to start really moving behind that shit. That's why they're not shutting up about it.
It says back in Matthew 24 and 12 in the NLT, sin will be rampant everywhere and the love of many will grow cold.
You see it already happen. People don't give a fuck.
They don't care.
Take all the things that you have. grab Habakkuk 2 and 5. Because war is supposed to be honorable. Like the elder Oscar went to the other day, the other week. Nobody's around. Y'all settle y'all shit there. Now it's like this nigga Esau some whole other shit. He'll bomb the whole city.
Now this devil's doing, there's a thing called war crimes, you know, and that's what, you know,
That's a war crime because of the damage it can cause to the community in the area.
yeah, the environment.
And they did that. So,
Come on, that was it on that.
This Habakkuk 2 and 5. Yea, also, because he transgressed my wine, he is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home.
Right? He everywhere but his own place, man. He over here in America. America is a recipe. Okay, he in everybody else's land. All these U.S. embassies in everybody's land. They're trying to make you follow the rules and regulations. Okay? If you're a country that don't agree with same-sex marriage, they're gonna make you agree. They're gonna send one of their representatives over there. By the time they get back, you would have agreed. You got it.
Who enlargeth his desire as hell.
He desire his GAZA strip. And you already got the whole world. What more can you want?
They got all of America shit.
Right.
Now you want all this for this little fucking strip?
A piece of paper, bro? A piece of paper? There's a study came out saying if you can fit all the people in the world into one state in the U.S.
You want all of them a piece of paper now? You said what?
You can fit. There's a study came out saying that you can fit all the people in the world into one state in the U.S. Let's be Texas. So this devil got all this land, yet he still wants more. He would kill for it.
Somebody grab that. You grab that real quick. Type in
And it says, and is as death.
He is as death because death never gets tired. Death doesn't stop. Death is not satisfied. Somebody dying every day. This devil is taking every day. He wants more and more.
and all death can bring is death. And that's all you shall bring is death. All he can bring is everything you touch becomes death. So that's all Esau brings. That's all he was created to do is be wickedness. He is the border of wickedness.
When this devil touches the frogs, now the male frogs are dealing with each other. They're going against nature. Because Esau is against nature. So everything he touches becomes unnatural. Let me tell you something against nature. Let's step out the sun right now. The sun is natural. It's been here from the beginning of age, man. But yeah, he burned in it. You got it, Tim.
Says, and is as death and cannot be satisfied.
We will not be satisfied, man. Here it is, the Lord gave you the practice of work. We're still killing for more. You can't have enough. You need to go all around space. Conquer Mars, conquer Jupiter. Whatever life form. We found life forms in this world. They're gonna try to fly all the way out there, 4 years away, and take them. from the ghettos on earth.
Right. And then up there, where they showed you two up there, they had, which down here, they purposely make you sick and shit. But up there, they had man beds, man. Where if you lay the man, everything can be healed by the man bed. They showed you that. He asked the God to make that, shit like that. He wants it. His ass.
They had to look for any place to live in the same restaurants out there. Black boys, they didn't even find any place to colonize. I was watching a video yesterday on Facebook. There was this Edomite husband over there in the east. This bunch of little African babies running around. They were screaming for this dude. This Edomite woman talking about, I guess they knew what we did. So these devils know what they do, man. They come to ground death and destruction. Supposed to eat from up and steal, kill, and destroy. Those children are scared of Eve.
Says, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
Gathered all these people together. You got all these nations, but you got embassies there. None of these people are happy. Okay, this is a tyrannical rule. The devil is consuming the people. It's going to say, wicked bear rule.
The people mourn.
But when the righteous are on authority, the people rejoice. That's why the Lord will put somebody that's profitable to perform. Okay, it's Jesus, his son, Yahushua. King David on down, man. That was it.
This is Micah 2 and verse 2. When they covet fields, they take them by violence.
I want it. I really want it. What you think happened during 9/11, man? They were covered in fields. Okay? And there was a lot of violence with it. Some people on towers that knew they was going to die today. You had some people that was very important in those towers that was told not to show up that night. Okay? Find out all this was about them covered in the fields. Them poppy fields over there in Iraq, man. Okay? They went over there and took it. And then they blamed these people. Now there's a forever stitch upon these people claiming them to be terrorists.
You know what's crazy too? Is that,
That's fucked up, bro.
you know what's crazy is they did all that for the poppy fields to get that, you know, the opioid and shit. And gone all over here. And now what do you have in there?
So,
Opioid. Who suffered most from that opioid epidemic? You went over there and robbed the whole country for that shit. Over here and still all people with it.
That's why it's going to be crazy into the trouble with because you're going to be able to free access to opioids. You're going to be able to go to pharmacy and get your daily dose of opioids. People are hooked. Addicted. What's going to happen when that withdrawal symptoms kick in? They ain't going to go to the grocery store to shut down. The pharmacy shut down. What's going to happen when those withdrawal symptoms kick in from your jakes, man? That's when the hatred going to really start to show us. So the war is going to start to reveal, man. They're going to push you down, bro. Dennis Esau always took the anger out of it. Who was the common slick, though? Jay, so they always blame you for all of their problems. And then when when the time was right, they're going to attack you for the problems. The average person, you never know.
That nigga hooked up on his hands, bro.
Yeah, we said that. He said that the motherfucker in Hollywood be doing coke. You don't even know it. Coming all over. Yeah, so these motherfuckers are functioning drug addicts. The average American is a functioning drug addict. All of them. They can't get the drugs.
You got people that's addicted to coffee.
Gotta love Dunkin'.
Now, literally, I was working at a place where we served coffee a while back. And I served the guy some coffee. He was like, maybe because you fucking drank
drinking every day. But he's like, I never heard that before. Like, coffee is weak. Brother said. Double coffee. I stopped drinking coffee because that shit was not serious as hell. Straight black coffee. Wow. Coffee is acidic. When you drink coffee every day, you're poisoning your body. I was drinking coffee. I got into that kick of coffee because getting that sleep. And then I had to start to keep up a lot of mucus in my mouth, which I came back with eyes at your ear, you got things on your eyes because you're drinking poison. You know, so you gotta cut that shit out. Right? You get you some fruits and vegetables. You know, whole foods. Coffee ain't it. That's a drug. You know, but what's the biggest drug? Who knows the biggest drug? Biggest drug.
Sugar?
Sugar. Sugar's in every fucking thing. People ain't, it ain't even just about it. Hey, listen, get high off of sugar. Sugar, they call it sugar rush. Everything got sugar in it. You know, all they drinking is sugar every day. And they add more to it. It says sugar, then it says added sugar. That's like 48 grams. What the fuck? You ever see 48 grams on a scale? Like, that's a lot of sugar, bro.
Dang.
The whole bottle is full. They show you different diagrams, but they'll fill the bottle up with sugar in it. Take 5% of the bottle. That's all you drink, bro. That shit's fucking your kidneys up and everything else. You can imagine about something. Water, sugar water. That's it. And that's sick. This is stuff that everybody's sick right now. Everybody's fucked up. Your body is not in an alkaline state. You want to know how to feel good and get healthy? Put your body in an alkaline state. No virus or disease or sickness can thrive in an alkaline body. So you got to take different precautions about the bullshit. You got to make it. And that's gonna put you at a higher vibration. When you eating bullshit, you on a low vibration, man. And before you know it, you out here crashing out, running your car into them or Walmart or you know, something stupid. You know, because you ain't thinking straight, man. They had you go to school, you were in school for however many years in your life, they had you do cereal first thing in the morning and shit, hyped up. You know? Yeah. You ain't eating with the white milk, you ain't talking about it. They you got something called ADHD. Yeah, ADHD, the nigga just fucking doped up on sugar. These chocolate milk energy box, and then a sugary ass cereal. A little fucking New York fucking cinnamon bun or some shit. You're right, I didn't think about that. That's why you got diabetes skyrocketing. High blood pressure, high cholesterol, also skyrocketing because they did this, and Easton did all this on purpose. Alright? These people are so quick on it, they don't want to go and take the necessary precautions to avoid these diseases and to reverse these diseases. They're just going to get some opioids. Can't get some painkillers. They want to numb the pain so they can keep the way they do. These people don't want to change their ways. So they don't got to pay their income. These people won't change their ways. Do you drink water, bro? I've never seen you drink water. When you don't drink water? We got people like that though, bro. All they drinking is fruit, fucking passion fruit, dragon fruit, Mountain Dew. What do you drink? Your diet is Coke and cigarettes. I left you like that my job like that. This nigga eats twice his age. All he drinks all day is Coca-Cola and smoke cigarettes. So in America allows you to do that shit, bro. You couldn't do that shit in our kingdom, bro. That shit wouldn't even exist in our kingdom.
This is Sirach chapter 30, verse 15. Health and good estate of body are above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth.
People, everybody trying to get rich. You know, real wealth is health, baby. You can get all the money in the world, all the diamonds, the gold, the jewelry, the hoes, the cars, the clothes, and your ass ain't healthy. You ain't gonna be able to enjoy it. Catching hell in your body, man. You know, so that's why it's important to take care of your own, and that's the real wealth. You know, the Lord gives us our daily bread, but the best thing you can do is take care of your body. So you got to. But now ain't no nutrition. You got to take your supplements. Start going to the gym. You know, take your health serious. You know, watch what you eat too, man. So the biggest thing about your health is what you eat. It's 80% diet, man. So put the goddamn hormones down. Hey, I got rid of all that shit out of my bread, bro. Ain't no fucking sugars, no cakes, no cookies, no none of that shit. It's death. You don't need it. You know?
You can't have no cereals.
Yeah.
Shit, killing us, man. They in a very low state because of patience. You said, consider what you just eat. If you feel a certain type of way, it always, almost always, 99% of the time ties back to what you eat. Pay attention to what you're eating. So be in a healthy state.
Oh, that's another verse. Sirach 30:16. There is no riches above a sound body, and no joy above the joy of the heart. Oh, that's the same. That's a verse down. Shall I get it? Verse 17. Death is better than a bitter life or continual sickness.
She wasn't even old, man. She's like lady like in her late 30s. Because she partied too much in her youth. Okay, she's feeling those effects. Not too soon after. That alcohol shit is serious. You got, and a lot of these women are alcoholics. Yeah. Especially the black women. You see their ass, they all online. Just chucking the shit out the bottom of their head. And these women are functioning alcoholics.
Yeah, you're gonna have the fucking most expensive shit.
They're trying themselves in these things. They're trying to flood. Okay, and they won't stop there. Because now you got your body's got a nap. Your body's addicted to it. You gotta have it. Some guy was saying on the video talking about, if I don't drink this, I'm gonna have a heart attack. Cold turkey. I'm gonna have to be in the hospital. Because you put cold turkey when you have no withdrawal symptoms from alcohol. Okay? But if you're that addicted to what you're eating, consuming,
that's why you gotta stop food and listen to much. You know, this motherfucker at my job, they got a nigga, he like, you know, he not even a nigga. He had a drinking problem. game ever. We worked at 5 o'clock in the morning. had a Coke, a can of Coke in his hand, but in a can of Coke was nothing but fucking liquor. He drank it at 5 o'clock in the morning, but he was a functioning drunk. So he worked, and he built shit. He built shit. He built good as hell. He was a professional, but he had to drink. He was a functioning drunk. All right, and that's the spirit of America all together, man. This place is drunk. Okay.
That was it on that.
They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course.
All the foundations of the earth are close, man. Okay, so they don't understand. They walk on in darkness. These people are in darkness. Okay, you get some other shit from it. That's why I'm saying related, but I deliver to it. She talks about a stomach ulcer. It's like you try to get them to it. It's about them. It's information. So people about people here, you know, that was bad. I never heard of that. I'm gonna try it.
Because it's that simple.
It's that simple. So it's like you grab what big medicines on the earth. Because the medicines is really in the earth. It's not, you can't go in the lab. These devils got fucking white folks on it.
Well, because really what Esau does is he takes the herb and he'll take the herb and he'll add access to it. Make a satanic potion, a bunch of wickedness, and now it may do the medicine you take, it might do what it's supposed to do for you. Because it has that herb in it, but it will find other bad things to do because all the other stuff is added to it. That's how they keep you in the fucking ambulance. That's a different ambulance. That's a blue and white ambulance. Now they got these different hospitals popping up, these different clinics and nursing homes popping up, and they just making money off of sickness. You know, sickness is big business.
Yeah, exactly. Look at what the represent. Look at the symbol of these hospitals. Medicine, the facility, or the weed, the two circles. When have you ever been taught to trust the circle? At any time in history, scripture says to trust the circle. Okay? Trust is double. Okay? Hey, what God saying? You was a snake behind my back. I mean, you're doing some rhyming shit behind your back. So these hospitals, there was white folks on this. They're doing something behind your back you don't know about. Like brother said, he's mixing these medicines, chemicals, and toxins.
Good.
It says Sirach 31 and verse 20. Verse 20 and 19. A little bit is plenty for anyone with good manners. Besides, you won't be short of breath when you go to bed.
That's sufficient for you. It's good for you. You gotta fill yourself up at the time you eat a meal.
Right.
But we've been conditioned to do these things. As long as your body, your stomach is filled or full of food, your body is completely distracted on getting that food out of you. So everything else is being attacked by what? Chemtrails.
You gotta move it. They man.
Okay? While your body's being attacked by these things, it's too focused on digesting all that food in this thing. You're gonna have trouble with that later. You're gonna feel groggy later, your mind's clogged up, you can't focus, you can't think straight, you're tired, it's called itis. You know, your body, you just put too much in your body, too much food. Called greed.
I was at work yesterday, right? And it was Employee Appreciation Day. The company cooked for us burgers, hot dogs, and they had wings. Platters of wings. So I get my food, I get my little plate. So everybody get 5 wings. We get the wings. I'm satisfied. Niggas talking, and they only gave us 5 wings? I'm gonna go back to this morning, got me fucked up. I'm like, damn, nigga. You ain't satisfied. You already had 2 dogs, 5 wings. I can go back to this for more wings. Man, this is it up. I'm like, nobody said thank you. And I was like, oh, yeah, bro, nigga. Ain't consider somebody else got something. Nigga.
You got your knuckles all in the ring.
The attitude that's why this speak about having that characteristic, right, of temperance, right? Because temperance, you gotta have that, man, right? Plus, I mean, we think that way of giving okay, and one of the, it says to moderate, okay. Now, all right, like you know, niggas ain't got no kind of self-control right now.
Wow, yeah.
Okay, so this is a godly trait to have. If you got temperance, you're on the right track.
It's something on a fact that's going into what y'all talking about. It's the country where the people live the longest.
Say what you type in on
Con.
Google, and you know,
Con. I typed in on Google country that lives the longest for eating 80%, and the AI overview says the country where people live the longest, partially due to the practice of eating until 80% full, is Okinawa, Japan. This cultural concept is known as harahachi-bu, which translates to eat until your belly is 80% full.
but America says eat until you're 100% full. Eat until your stomach is about to explode. You know, that's overeating.
It says eat until your belly is 80% full, and is considered a pillar of their long and healthy lives. Okinawans who practice this have a high concentration of centenarians and experience lower rates of age-related illnesses like heart disease and cancer.
Right. So eating so much is bad for you. That's the thing. So the less you eat, the better, the healthier you will be. But what does Esau do? He pushes fast food, you know, 3 meals a day.
We got all you can eat restaurants.
They say 3 meals a day and snacks in between. Talk about that shit. All you can eat restaurants. Got flies, you know, dancing all over the mac and cheese.
And they use the same oil over and over.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Hey, that's why.
Everybody use the same oil for 3 months.
The spirit of Esau is instant gratification. Because even when you go back to the promise blessing, he wanted it now.
Right, he didn't want it.
He didn't want it quick. He didn't want to wait. The mentality, what scripture says, what? The way of the king is the way of the people. So they want it now. It's my money and I want it now.
And that's why you got it. That's why it's called fast food. You know, but when they get in your body, it doesn't go too fast. It stays here. See, and that's the deception of the country. You know, he always got some alright, you go in there, you might go get some medicine or whatever, but you should stay away from that as much as possible. But when you go in there, it's got a side effect. Alright, when you look at it, it's always telling you the harmful effect. You know, the
Or in commercials in the middle of the night.
commercial, yeah.
If you took this medication, and they just spew out a piece of shit.
And then they go back to telling you, come try out lipolysis.
That's why you gotta watch that show, Common Side Effect. A show called Common Side Effect, and they really was going into that, how they do that. At the end of those commercials, where they tell you in the fine print at the bottom all the shit that's gonna cause you if you take that medication. They say that shit will cause you blood stools and everything else, man.
Which was just tell you in Michael 2 and 10, this is brought out, alright, where it says, brothers brought it up?
Yeah, mention it.
Let's bring it up. Because it says in the Micah 2, it says Micah 2 and 10.
It says, people who eat too much get stomach aches and cannot sleep. If you don't overeat, you can get good sleep. You can get good night's sleep.
Imperative for healing.
Right.
You're actually healing. Okay? Hey, body resting. Body's preparing itself. If you got too much food in your system and you go to sleep, another thing, you eat, you need to wait 2 to 3 hours before you go to sleep, right? Because that's your body's healing time and maintenance time to take care of the body.
Yeah, you're not supposed to eat right before you go to bed.
Yep. The society of America, which lacks temperance and self-control, has taught us to consume. Consume the media, consume the food. Okay? Consume entertainment. You're consuming everything around you. It's like right? It's taught us to overconsume, overconsumption. Okay? Yeah, that's what's getting us put to death, man.
Yeah, like if you constantly consume, your body's rest.
Right, exactly.
In your mind, like times like
Yeah, because your body can heal itself if you give it the environment to constantly put food in it. It has to use that energy to digest rather than breaking down those bad cells and putting in new cells to heal you.
It's like animals that when they get sick,
They don't eat. Yeah, you're not eating.
they go towards the bird.
Yeah. You know, the dogs go to the grass. They eat. Motherfucker be sick of this be eating all day long. Wonder why you can't get better. That's why it's not good to at least like fast, like, you know, at least once a week or once a day, you know, out of the week or something. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be fasting, man. Yeah. You gotta be fasting, man.
Yeah, brothers, you gotta take care of your bodies, man. We're in a time now where this shit can interfere at any moment.
And this devil, he's escalating all the evil he's doing.
Yep. You know, we want to get into stuff going on. See how we're that's going to suck. Alright? You gotta take care of your health. It's very important. That's why I'm talking about fast food. Fast food is an example. They use the oil. You know that.
And the oil is already poisoned.
Exactly.
It's seed oil, which is already poisoned. It's petroleum based, carcinogenic, and then they're reusing it. And then they're adding carcinogenic powder in it to refreshen the oil so they can keep it.
Man, so they use both powders to purify it, but it's still the same oil.
And then the powder is
And you know that when you use the oil, you see it increases the carcinogens by 75%.
so it's already carcinogenic.
It's already carcinogenic, but when you see it, the percentage of you catching chance of you catching cancer increases 75% of the time. Cancer files and blood pressure. Yeah. And we was talking when we was giving that oil sitting on the stove all day, every day. That's how we use that. We use that fried chicken oil.
Yeah, that's what they talk about.
If you go to these stores, go to the stores like Dollar's or whatever, Savings Dollars, Wingstop, they put the fries and meat in the same oil. And sometimes when you eat the fries, when it's spicy, you can smell the shit, but they just got the fry in the oil. You gotta be careful with certain shit.
No, that's organic. That's organic. 9 is organic. 4 is it got chemicals. And then like if it's like 3 or if it starts with an A, that means it's GMO? Huh?
It says, if you don't overeat, you can get a good night's sleep and wake up early the next morning feeling fine.
Wake up early the next morning because your body did all it needed to do. You never realize that these are like telling you 8 to 9 hours of sleep. If you eat properly, your body can really thrive off of 6 hours.
Wake up, not feeling sluggish.
Right.
You wake up, don't want to get up, scrolling on your phone for like 3 hours. Because you just ate bullshit the day before. It says, but if you do get a stomach ache from eating too much, go off and vomit, and you will feel better.
Go up and vomit. Right? Because hey, there was times when Jake had to come before King. They tell you, eat. You know? And you maybe feel pressure to eat. The scripture say if you use pressure to eat all that food, go forth and vomit. You're going to feel better. So that's it. You're going to feel a lot better, man. Because your body works a certain way. That's the same thing with riding.
Same thing he was going through. I got that to clarify the numbers. I typed in on Google number of fruit meaning, numbers on fruit meaning, and AI overview said if it's a 4-digit code starting with number 3 or 4, that means it is conventionally grown, meaning it uses pesticides and sprays. If it's a 5-digit code starting with 9, it's organic, and if it's a 5-digit code starting with the number 8, that means it's GMO. Come.
Because hey, the more you know, the better. You really got to invest into your knowledge. It's going to take time to invest in knowledge. You still invest into the man downstairs. You can't do it until the second
It says, my child, if you listen to what I am saying and put it into practice, one of these days you will thank me for it. It says, be moderate in everything you do.
Be moderate in everything you do, not just the food, but everything you do. Because when you over-abuse those things, okay, you start to idolize these things, first and foremost. Second, you start to feel the results and the effects of you over-abusing these things. Ate too much, guess what? There's a result for that. You play video games a little too much, there's a result for that. There was one time I overplayed a video game, man. I got off the game, I was dizzy, eyes was hurting, I thought I was gonna die. I didn't know what was going on, man. I said, damn, what the fuck happened to me? But my eyes was too focused on the screen for too long, and receiving all of that at the same time, receiving those messages at the same time in the brain is too hard, man. For such a long time, it's 8 hours, bro. 8 hours sitting there in front of the TV. I got up and I felt the effects. So you gonna feel the effects.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's the whole shit. You're gonna feel the effects of over-abuse. But that's what happens when you give it to the pleasure. Sometimes you can't pick your game down for a month. So just give your mind some time to relax, or you may put the bottle down. Or whatever your vice is, you know, or when you go to edibles or whatever.
never get sick. And you will never get sick.
You will never get sick. You honor everything you do. You ain't gonna never face sickness, man. You ain't gonna never face sickness. That's a lot of what you do. Okay? So all these things happen, these terrible things happen to you in your life because you brought it to yourself. Alright? You just need to know how to direct your way. Okay? This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 5, and verse 22 in the NLT, and it reads, "An evil man is held captive by his sin, or by his false sins. You are captive by the things that you do, by your own iniquity, by your own wickedness. He's stuck in it. What I stuck in my ways. What these rappers be saying, they stuck in their ways. Okay, you held captive by your own wickedness. You know what happened? It says, they are ropes that catch and hold him. He will die for lack of self-control. You don't die for lack of self-control because you can't control yourself from dying. Just dying in the street, they can't control themselves. They die from sickness because they can't control themselves. You don't know how to tell yourself when to stop. You don't know when enough is enough. Okay, that's why the scripture says intemperance when you come out from the wind. Because this world is full of intemperance. People that don't got no control of themselves. That nigga saying, I can't put down the cup. Alright, see that nigga size? That nigga sat down and pound like shit. You talking about he can't put down the cup. And this is glorified. All of a sudden great dignity. Everybody extolling this man to the heavens and talking about he can't put down the cup. This nigga like 700 pounds. When this nigga get hit by the car might do more damage. Put down the cup on the side. How do y'all put it on power? Exactly. All you gotta do is the cut now, bro. That's easy. Why you have problems? Nigga say he can't put it down. Jake and the son was banging his ass to please put the cup down, bro. Alright? Because what? What's gonna happen if you can't control yourself? You're gonna run into the dead end. That's when you become violent.
That's what leads to your destruction. It's self-inflicted. Self-inflicting yourself is something that is easy to adjust. You know what I'm saying? An easy adjustment. When you got so many people who are taken by their fleshly ways, their fleshly desires, they can care less to want to make those adjustments. Man. They can care less to try to make a life change. So because of that, it causes them to lead themselves into, a coma. Some of them go into a damn coma because they don't want to put down put the cigarette down. You had to die on that rapper, Wayne. He had to be put down as near-death experiences. I think he was drinking for him to kind of quit. You have many rappers that died from that. And they still promote that in that industry, man. Yeah. Oh yeah, this nigga, that's a good example.
He can't put down the court.
He can't put down a part.
He flipped off the Lord. Talking about, I ain't gonna fight you in court, even if he told me. Nigga, but when a nigga landed, somebody get called away, he said, man, y'all pray for me, man.
They started to consider his ways.
It takes near death.
You see? Well, why? You see? He was in there talking about his heart and everything. You know, somebody be experiencing at that type of level, you just start having a mind come to existence. Put your body through. Right?
It says, he will die for lack of self-control. He will be lost because of his great foolishness. So for lack of self-control. This is God named once. This whole thing was he can't put down the cup. He can't put down the cup. And what he says, DMX. Nigga sound like that.
It's Micah 2:10. It says, "Rise ye in the part, for this is not your rest."
Like a rise from the park. But see, but this is the mentality. Is your mentality out of this place, or you still mentally here? See? Because we're spiritually departing, then it's going to turn into a physical departure. Right?
It says,
Because it is polluted. It's polluted on everything here. So why would you not want to depart from this? This is filth. You want the Lord to clean you up. Alright? Go ahead.
so because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction.
Even with the sword destruction. So we already departed. Brothers already, we gone. What you got, Chip? We're trying to get y'all out. You gotta get clean. Because your mindset is in America still. Your mindset is in pollution. Right. Ability. That's what the Lord did with us. You first put your truth. That was like your Lord was a spiritual rehab. No, this ain't good for you. That ain't good for you. Lord cleaning you up, cleaning your mind. Right?
I got the word sword. It says sword destruction. When you go into that word sword in the Elamon line, it says painful, grievous. It says aching, sad, wounded. It says suffering, sick, ill.
We all sick. Okay, but the thing about being sick is to acknowledge your sickness. When you acknowledge your sickness, you're going to go to the healer.
Right. You got something. You got something. You know they sick. All right, but they'll nothing about fixing it. Yeah, you got to say they get sick, they don't illnesses or whatever, and then they don't tell their family about it. Not let that shit come out. And all of a sudden, when they happen, when they just drop it, hit their fucking head. And that bitch is only taking off and say, "Damn, you find out you want not even get paid, you got 3 days left." See, and that's how our people is stubborn and hard-headed. I'm good. That's like them stands where they want to eat pork. They don't want to start eating pork because it's still good. It's got a delicious taste to it. And then you turn around and their ass got all these damn problems with health issues. Yeah. But you delight in your sickness. Which that's why it goes into sword destruction. Grievous destruction.
This is the word pollute in the Quran. It says to defile.
To defile. And what we not defiled here? Alright? We were defiled here, man. But now the Lord is cleaning us up. He's preparing us for that marriage. We're getting cleaned up. See? The Lord getting that response off for us. You know what I mean?
Violate the sanity of render
ceremonial unclean. Right? So right now, our people are unclean. Now scripture says we are all as an unclean thing. But it's one thing if you just unclean, it's another thing if you ain't even trying to clean yourself up. You know? So we trying to clean ourselves up in the street. Right? A lot of things.
This is Romans 8 and verse 6 in the NLT. So letting your sinful nature control your mind leads to death.
Right, leads to death. When I said for nature, that part, whatever it is, see, that's controlling you. That blunt. Okay?
But letting the spirit control your minds leads to life and peace.
you a peace of mind, it gives you life. See, Jacob and the world don't got a peace of mind. They don't have life. Okay? They're in both of death. They're in the congregation of death.
This is the book. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 38, verse 9. It says, "My son, in thy sickness be not negligent."
Be not negligent. So if you sick, let brothers know. Alright? Brothers, you got camp medics. Lord bless brothers with the knowledge of herbs, camp physicians. Okay? Lord gave a brother a gift. Hey, bro, I'm dealing with this. Oh, yeah? Oh. This herb, that herb, whatever that. Problem. War, whatever. Go ahead.
Sirach 38:9, "My son, if in thy sickness be not negligent, but pray unto the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and he will make thee whole."
Pray unto the Lord. How about you outside? He will make you whole. See? So the Lord is the healer. Alright? The Lord is the healer, man. Yeah, you gotta pray. It says faith. Then you gotta have work too. You gotta put it into it. You know, making your body. And that's what I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. That's what I can personally be better with. My health, my diet. You know? I know I ain't out here fucking crazy, bro. You know what I mean? But definitely you can be better at that.
Verse 10, "Leave off from sin, and order thine hands aright, and cleanse thy heart from all wickedness."
The Lord is cleaning us up, man. But first you have to acknowledge that you want to be cleansed. You got majority of our people, they don't want to be cleansed. They want to remain in their sin. They want to remain in that sin. Go back 100%. Some of us just want to be niggas. You know? That nigga being dead, and that's the mentality of all Israel. All the majority of Israel.
That's why scripture says, "Some shall know that that's my plan." This nigga was talking about he wanted to stay a slave. All right, and he was willing to stay a slave and serve. Esau was damn double himself. Better than him being somebody to stand up for him. This nigga was saying he just be a slave. Right? In his words. That's what they want to do. They just want to stand slaves, say stuff. Something on the ass nigga, man. Okay? They don't go no farther than that stuff. See?
Luke chapter 5, verse 31. Yahushua answering said unto them, "They that are whole need not a physician,
That's right. You good, right? You know it. Amen.
but they that are sick. I came not to call the righteous, but sinners to repentance."
That's what the Lord did. He comes to repentance. Okay, and none of us are righteous. Right? We all have sins that we need to forgive. Okay? What is it? Right here. Right here. But guess what? We want to clean us up. That's how we got to focus on us. We can't work for us. Some scripture says, for you, you need the Lord and worry about him. You worry about the brothers that he called to this congregation. That's why they're going to keep blasting you. They're going to keep blasting on you. Because we're singing that new song. And that shit can't do it. Lord making us just like that. Lord making us more perfect to find gold. Because at the end of the day, man, whatever niggas got running, that shit gonna come to a halt. And they're gonna have to get with this anyway. Okay? They're gonna have to come get with this anyway. So we gonna keep building and we gonna see how far we get.
This is Isaiah 13 and 12. It reads, "I will make a man more precious than fine gold."
Yeah, that begins with us. The Lord making us closer. And these were men that were considered nothing in the world. These were men that were ridiculed, scoffed, mocked, stepped on, brought low. considered precious to the highest. Somebody did that. The Most High is nigh unto the lowly. I'm roughly paraphrasing, but it's
Broken heart contrast.
not broken heart. I think it's in the heart. The Most High is made known to the lowly.
It says, and find gold, even a man in the gold, the ledge of Ophir.
Yeah. So it's more precious than fine gold. You see? Right now, we are precious, but we're not considered precious because we can be accessed easily. You know what I mean? Call a brother phone, see a brother on YouTube, Instagram, whatever. But what about that? The Lord take us off the scene, man. Alright, whether it's going to happen, about these race wars and conflicts start happening, we're going to be out here prophesying when that's happening. We're going to be somewhere to put up. Okay? Somebody's drawing the scripture now. What shall the drawing say?
Oh, Khan.
Got it?
Khan. This is the book of Psalm 138, verse 6. It says, though the Lord be high, yet hath he respect unto the lowly, but the proud he knoweth afar off.
Though he's on high, okay, he's known amongst the lowly. He's with the lowly. Alright? It tells me, okay? Because the Lord is known amongst the lowly. The whole world is about to realize that. Right? The whole world is about to realize the Lord is amongst the lowly.
This is the Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 19. When you are in my place, and full, it says, full renown. What mysteries are revealed unto the meek?
Mysteries are revealed unto the meek. That's the one. What's the next verse? The next verse.
It says, the power of the Lord on the side is great, and he is honored of the lowly.
Honor of the lowly. Lord, honor of the lowly. Those who are meek, those who are considered inferior or less. Right? That's what the Lord is. See, he's not for the whole world.
This is 2 Ezra 5 and verse 9. And salt water shall be found to the sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another. Then shall wit hide itself, and understanding withdraw itself into his secret chamber.
Right, look at the draw stuff. It's wisdom. It's going to withdraw itself. It ain't going to be no wisdom out here. Scripture says right now, it's a crying for one. It's going to be a crying for one in the streets. Where they at? Damn, brother. Damn, them old classmates, man, he said that to me, man. Damn. Nigga was scratching his head like a monkey. Oh, bro. They told me this was going to happen. Go ahead. Yeah. What else?
And that's the spirit because that's what the scripture says within Amos 8 and 11. Where it says, what they're thinking in the word, okay? Let's just paraphrase it. And then continue. So they're going to be trying to see this word from the east to the west. You know, they're going to be trying to look for it, and they ain't going to be able to find it, man. Amos 8 and 11. And our brother. This is the book of
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, man.
It says, and shall be salt, and shall be salt of many.
They shall be salt of many. So the word of the Lord will be salt of many. All right, but to get to the word of the Lord, who you got to go through?
It says, and yet not be found.
Yet not be found. Okay? Yet not be found. See? So you gonna seek the Lord, and you ain't gonna find it. The Lord ain't gonna do it. Like, look how big, just for example, look how big Tampa is. Imagine trying to, imagine going to the whole of Tampa trying to find where it is. You got a lot of experience. You got some houses. You got all the houses. You got all the houses. Anywhere. So the Lord is going on around, brothers. You ain't gonna find no more. You ain't over here.
And shall unrighteousness and incontinuity be multiplied upon the earth.
Hey, what the scripture say, that the government say, the point is like, when they put rich man, but see if the evil out of himself, or the brutal man, like you were saying, or a brutal man will see if the evil, out of himself.
I got it. This is the definition of incontinency on AI Overview. It says, in a biblical context, incontinency or incontinent refers to a lack of self-control.
So lack of self-control is going to be multiplied. Brother brought out how the woman walked up and popped her own baby. Expect to see more of that. Boundaries are going to be crossed. It is a hard time, bro. Hard times are coming. Hard times are coming. But yeah, hey, that's the answers. People don't get answers. Hard times coming.
It says incontinent refers to a lack of self-control, particularly in restraining passions and appetites, often leading to unchastity without restraints or inordinate desire.
Without restraint, so they know that baby, they come and take that baby. They ain't gonna be able to restrain their appetites. So the Lord is gonna be on that guy. Fresh steak, right? Baby angels, hands be shaking, drooling. Alright? It's gonna be jam, bro. It's gonna be like a scary movie. It's gonna be a scary movie. Right? The Lord is gonna be the terror. That's why we trying to tell us that we ain't out here yelling at you to be assholes. Alright? We're telling you because we know what the Lord is about to do, man.
It's like you growing up, the whole child, you tell your younger sibling what to do. And if they didn't do it, you touch it because it was wrong. And your parents came along. Yeah, you shot that ass before. You know the degrees of the ass by switching weapons and then, they got different. You get an ass with a belt. Now they ain't good enough. Oh, you get an ass with a switch. It's this one. The degrees, so you trying to tell them like, hey, this shit gonna get bad. This get bad. Go clean up. Don't do this. Don't do that. Tell them, man, I'm tired. Give me attitude. Okay? You can give my attitude all you want. But attitude,
Washington be stricken anymore. That was him a lot.
Con.
This is Amos 8:11. It says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh outside, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread or a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord of our Shah.
Scripture says, man shall not live on bread alone, but after every word that proceeded out of the mouth of the Lord. So, when you ain't got no, if you ain't got the word of the Lord present, disrespect terrible, disrespect great music. Because even the time of Jeremiah and the ancient prophets, when they told Israel that the Lord was in the famine, you think the Lord had to look at the famine? Hell no, the Lord was doing it too.
How was him?
Probably many families in the world, the one that's seen the famine. There was probably many families that hear the word of the Lord. The Lord got done talking to niggas, okay, Jeremiah, come over here. Send it up. Jeremiah! I don't actually Jeremiah now, nigga.
But what happened a lot? You see, out of that situation, you got vexed with the conversation. I don't worry about God. Come on, man. Don't even look, man. That's how bad that was. Don't even look, man. Keep hitting it.
Lord may tell you to do that. That may happen again, Lord. Hey, just walk forward, don't look back at the city.
Right. And you see that place got completely destroyed. That's a memory of don't play with the Lord.
Because people don't understand that it's not Paul standing up there. It's not Amawan standing up there. It's not Jeremiah. It's the Lord.
Right.
But they're looking at us as it's just us.
That could be true.
It's just us. It's not.
And you can tell, Jay, ain't me. It's the Lord. It's putting the spirit on brothers.
It's not what you do. It's for you, nigga.
God got my number directly.
You would see anyone the Lord would come inquire to you personally. Who the fuck are you? Right. The Lord can do that. Right. The Lord don't talk to us personally. The Lord don't come out and talk to us personally. Our brother man.
Hey, who is this nigga, man?
Lord, and you make this record out of the Lord.
Right.
Who is this nigga? That's just a problem.
This is what the Lord says. He said, "Be a prophet." These niggas talk about they got the Lord on the person. The only time we talk about the Lord is talking about miracles. Them sins are a testifying for the You gotta break the dream down.
Niggas thinking, that's why the Lord's gonna send his judgment, man. You gonna want to fear the Lord, man. You gonna want to fear the Lord, bro. It's gonna be a godly fear upon us. The Lord's gonna show a different type of anger. He's gonna show a different type of judgment. He's gonna do some shit he ain't never did before. This is a new thing the Lord's gonna do. You think the Lord playing? Somebody grab that Habakkuk third chapter. Where it says in wrath and your mercy.
This is back in English 8 and verse
So
12.
we out here every week, bro. Giving up our time. We can be doing anything right now, but we out here serving the Lord and hoping that we make it. Now we hope y'all repent too. But shit, we do it because we hope the Lord have mercy on us.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Beautiful said. That's the mission. We out here and we giving our time. This is charity. Really, we're looking out for our family, for our own lives to be secured in that day. We hope that you can get it too. But this is a commandment given to us. We gotta do this. And we're gonna be right there with you. It's not our fault that you can't get it. So we working towards that to please the Lord ourselves. The Lord wants his people to please him, man. He's doing what he wants.
I'm gonna kill them. But you go war before I kill you too.
Exactly. The nigga will ignore that.
It says, verse 12, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east.
To the east. They gonna seek. They gonna go to the internet. Nope. They gonna go to who he was. Nope. shit. See, that's why Scripture says, seek the Lord while he yet is found. Because of the time of Noah, if he was building right here, look for the ark. It's closed. But it's over. And no one even work over the ark.
You know what I like to do?
Yeah, Scripture says the Lord closed that door.
Yeah.
The Lord closed that door, bro. So when the Lord closed this door, who can open it? Who can open the door the Lord closed? We can't even open it. We can't even open it. Right, exactly. We can't open it. You know, Noah probably like, damn. Yeah. Baby's crying.
Being on the ark. Being on the ark.
Taking the last breath.
That's what I'm telling you now. Get back to the word now. They ain't gonna go later.
8 people.
Say, thou shalt only behold with thy eyes. Behold the reward of the wicked. You don't want to be able to watch. You don't want to be able to help you get up. All we gotta do is watch. All we need to do is men.
Lord, I make you watch.
Like that
Yeah,
Jake and that
exactly.
Jake and that Tesla.
Yeah.
He said, help! Help me!
I can't, bro.
I can't, bro. Help me! Please! That's terrifying, bro.
Lord, I make you watch.
It says, and from the north even to the east, they shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord Yahuwah Shai, and shall not find it.
You're gonna find it. You're gonna look. You're gonna seek. You're gonna search, but you ain't gonna find it, bro. That's a terrifying thing. The only thing you hoping for, you can't find. What your life depends on, you can't find. Imagine the medicine. This is the only thing that can cure you, but you can't find it.
That's like somebody that
And you walk past it every day.
That's like somebody that needs it, that got lung problems, asthma, and they can't get any goddamn asthma pump. Imagine that, and you just
Can't breathe.
it just slowly just the blood just you know what I'm saying? Deflate. That's what the water. It says, verse 13. It says, in that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst.
Yeah, and the NLT says beautiful girls. So you know how the woman out here looking. She passed, she done walk past you though. She done see you while she was walking past you, but she looking for you in that day. Your ex blowing your phone up. Where are you? Where I'm at, bitch.
Yeah, you ain't talked to her in 3
You
years.
ain't told that her in 3 years.
Third,
Yeah, she know.
30 other dicks in it.
Where you at?
Well, man. Where the fuck you been at?
Isaiah 4:1. You know, what the brother said. She done been riding the carousel. She done called you crazy and said, fuck you. Left you.
Yeah, I think
She's
you
on
hate.
the phone again. Trust, hey, but the Lord is about to, the Lord gonna satisfy. He gonna get us that satisfaction to tell other bitches no, bro. Fuck no, go call that.
Yeah, like the brother that had that vision about Isaiah 4:1. He said a lot of women had got rejected, man. So the time is coming where you women are about to be rejected.
Evelyn. That reject is the first one. Timothy Cook.
That brother, I've already seen you say, hey, we got that, what's that one Beyonce song? Tell her to move to the left, bro. Move to the left. Friend,
Because Babylon put it in their head that they had the option to choose.
yeah, that's what the bitch said in the song. She say, I can find a love in a minute. Baby.
But you don't understand, these men ain't here to build with you. These men ain't here to love you, to take care of you, to secure you. If you can find another man in a minute, it's probably because you trust him.
What is this Cardi B?
Yeah.
This nigga Stephon Diggs, 2 months talking about, yeah, I'm pregnant. But she said, yeah, my boyfriend got me pregnant. But you went from a wife to a girlfriend, stupid bitch. See? That's why the Lord got to sing. The Lord got to sing. Man, I can't wait till the Lord do it, bro.
Talking about Stephon Diggs, and up after that, I'm talking about let me heal you.
That's the easy, bro.
Right.
That's the corniest shit. Let me heal you. What? You fell for that shit? That shit crazy.
I think we got to breaking it down.
Right.
Come on, I know, huh?
Sit down,
That
bro.
nigga sick.
She got 3 kids, bro. Like she got 3 kids. Talking about let me heal you.
Make you want to go down there.
Weak ass nigga. But
Nah, you can have anybody.
you can have anybody. But these supposed to be our leaders. That's how you know these niggas, bro. These niggas ain't leaders. These some regular slow niggas that just happen to be good at catching the ball.
Right. And exposing themselves.
Wow, man. That shit crazy, man. Go ahead, man.
This is Habakkuk 3 and verse 2. Oh Yahweh, I have heard thy speak and was afraid.
Was afraid. That's what the Lord looking at. He's trembling at my word. What I think is that?
Isaiah 4 and 1.
Okay, thank you. The Lord looking at those who, the Lord said that. He said, but this man will I look who trembleth at my word, man. You crying to the Lord, please have mercy on me. Because you know what he's going to do. You know what he's going to do. Go ahead.
It says, oh Yahweh, revive thy work in the midst of the years.
That's what the Lord's going to do. The Lord's going to work. Scripture says it is time for you to work. The Lord's going to work, bro. The Lord's going to put in a great work. He's going to work that work, man.
Work in your days.
He's out to work on us. What you think he's going to do? I will work a work. I'm going to do some new shit. It's a new bag the Lord's going to pull out. Newly created. Yeah, but there was something this week. The Bible. We got the Bible. We forget about that sometimes. Scripture says when you put a hook in his arms and you make him a pet.
It says, in the midst of the years make known, in wrath remember mercy.
Wrath remember mercy. The Lord gonna do that in the midst of these judgments. He's still gonna have mercy upon his elect. See? He gonna get you out of that. The Lord may take on the whole city, but somehow, some way you escape. It's possible. It's gonna be terrifying, but it's possible.
Why you?
Why not?
Right.
Look at that, brother.
Well, who else doing this but us? You see?
The Lord don't want to kill you, man. He's killing you because he has to. You just too productive. You've gone too far from the edge. He has to sit you down. Have mercy.
The Lord didn't do that with us. The Lord wanna save us. Because he called us into this ministry, gave us his name, gave us his son's name again. All we gotta do is hold on to this, bro. The Lord ain't gonna forsake us. The Lord ain't gonna see, bro. They be having trust issues and shit. Like, because motherfuckers will abandon you in the world. The Lord not gonna abandon you, man. The Lord gonna make good on his promise. He's gonna live in you.
Right, well, that's what it says in Sirach chapter 2, verse,
Do you believe that though?
verse 11. With the Lord say, whoever feared or called upon his name, okay, has he ever has he ever forsaken that? Come on now.
He told you.
What say? And then the next verse going to what? It say he's full of compassion.
The Lord reassuring his room. Because all we need
Damn! Right.
like the Lord reassuring you through that word.
Right.
Yeah, I still love you. I'm the one. That's your notes right there, man. Rock 2 will never fail you, bro. We got talking about.
Proverbs chapter 8 verse 14. Counsel is mine and sound wisdom. I am understanding. I have strength. By me kings reign and princes decree justice.
By me, kings, the Lord will continue to do. So all these things consist of the Lord. So you think when he's bringing that wrath, he's going to stay out there? The Lord is the balance. Balance with the Lord. See, the world finna see the left hand of the Lord, but we finna see the right hand. The Lord he said, I will cover you with my right hand. See? And the world finna get that left. See?
People fear the punishment of the king. The Lord said, by him kings reign. Why not fear the punishment of the Lord much more? So by me,
The Lord got a nasty left hook.
right.
It's gonna get cold.
By me princes rule and nobles, even all the judges of the earth. I love them that love me.
Hey, scripture says how the Lord even reproved kings for their sakes. For the prophet's sakes, the Lord reproved kings, man, and you couldn't reprove a king, man.
That's how you know it. The prophet is over the king. Because these are the men.
It's the highest office.
Hey, what's that one scripture in Isaiah said? Hear ye this, hear ye He said, speak this and all the earth will people the counsel of the Lord. So the counsel, the Lord is counseling directly with the prophets. So he ain't counseling with the kings like that, but he counsels with the prophets. He shows you his secret.
That's why the king would have advisors and prophets. You know.
Damn.
It says, I love them that love me.
The king will have their own priests. You know. They understood the importance of having that divine guidance. John Heston was mentioning how it was a scene where the main character said, one of the characters said that the prophet is God's man. So you can't, just do whatever you want to do to one of the prophets.
I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me.
Do something more early. Early birds get the worm, right? So do something a little early. Do something a little more youth. The Lord don't forget that. Maybe they've been doing this for years. So brothers, how we came in, I ain't saying like I've been in a long time, but we've been here a long time. But with the little time that we did have, we used it to go to the Lord. See, it ain't about how many years you had, it's about what you did with the time you had. Because you can look at
Right. It's like the woman who gave the little that she had versus the men that had much and only gave little. But then you got some Israelites that's going to be 11th hour Israelites that's going to come in and they might have never even held a camp or a class. Right.
What's that scripture where he said, they shall get the same pity? They're going to be like, well, you don't do that today? Still, they're going to get that same the same word. Same here. If you doing that for,
That's all the time we go to that. The penny, the reward is salvation. And then you will have different offices. That's why the Lord said, oh God, thou doing faithful service, you have done faithful things. I'll be rewarded many things. So you will be faithful a little time I give you in the truth. Got you.
No man to do the wrong. Yeah, he reproved me for their sake, saying, touch not my anointed, and do my prophets no harm.
Even King David, when Saul fell away, he said, don't touch the Lord's anointed. He still had that integrity to not do any harm towards Saul, even though his spirit was still above him. So that's just the mentality of us.
Disobedient to parents, that's a nigga trait, bro. You ever grow up and see a nigga talk crazy towards his mama or his parents? What the fuck? You almost want to beat the nigga ass. You told your mama like that, But that's how it is in this church. You got men that got taught by other men who nurtured and brought them up, and then they'll turn around and try to destroy them. Same men that brought them up. What happened? What's happened over and over again in Israel? To the Lord.
Isaiah 4 and 1. Fine. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 4, verse 1. It says, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man.
That's one elect man. 7 women, which is completion. It may be 100 women. The Lord may, bro, it's going to happen to this side, bro. It may be 100 women. The Lord say, pop it. Scripture says she shall be saved from childbearing. Now we're not sitting here. We're not like holding it and shit. You know what I mean? Like it's not going to be a rap video. This is going to happen so we can bring back the nation of Israel. All right, Lord, what do we get in it? Go ahead.
Saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Mekakodash. Shalom. Amen. Shalom.